ribeyes, you got it. How about some dogs? You've got that as well. This is something we have never done before, and the price goes away at the end of the day. You're going to see a lot of food in the next couple of minutes, but I got to let you know, Ray Rastelli, that the price on every single serving is $4 and change. Not $40 and change, right? Not going to a white tablecloth restaurant here. These burgers, these massive burgers are $4.41. What are we seeing here, Ray?
Oh, these are our Black Angus ribeye burgers. So you're going to see lots of meat today. We've got ribeye burgers. We've got our Black Angus jumbo frankfurters. We've got our all-natural antibiotic chicken, and of course those famous pork ribeyes. But Rick, this is the item that I created actually years ago for my granddaughter because she was just too small to actually eat a burger, so I ground up some ribeye steak. The way she ate it, I thought, you know what, I need to make a ribeye burger, and that's what we did. So what you're seeing here is you're seeing my favorite steak made into an incredible burger.
Yes, please. That's a ribeye burger. So everything in this collection, if you will, in this assortment, is best in class. I'm going to tell you what's going on, invite you in if you want to share your story as to why you love Rastelli so much. But this is the today's special value. It's 10 pounds of food. This, by the way, unbelievable what you're seeing. Starting with the burgers, those burgers that Ray just mentioned. These are going to be Black Angus ribeye and chuck burgers, grill ready, gourmet steak burgers, and they're huge. They're 5.3 ounces. You're getting 10 of them. And then moving to the dogs. We love those dogs. These are Black Angus jumbo beef dogs created from premium Black Angus beef. Their hot dogs are rich, juicy, and flavorful. Yeah, you're getting 10 of them. And here is, when you say chicken, don't say any chicken breast. If this is $4.41 for just any chicken breast, it's still great, but these are not. They're antibiotic-free, super trimmed chicken breast, boneless, skinless, seriously delicious, and tender and juicy as well. Oh, guess what? We're not done. The famous, not just, don't call this a pork chop. No, no, no. These are the premium pork ribeyes, well marbled like a great steak, bursting with flavor, never dry, always juicy, 10 pounds of food. And the shipping and handling on 10 pounds of food, it's free. $4.41, and expiring price goes away at the end of the day. Now, the ship dates are right now. You can also do 7/28 and then August 25th. You can also lock into auto delivery every 90 days for 1 full year. But if you get it one time right now, this is an opportunity. It's the best payment plan we have and the best shipping and handling we have. Okay, Ray, 10 pounds of food. Let's have a burger.
We're going to get the meat sweats because we're going to fill your freezer today. And of course, here's where I started with that burger. And of course, don't forget our poppy sauce that comes, that you can actually get in addition to that. But this is a big burger. I want you to see how it plumped. So I'm going to hold it up so you can see. Look at the way this burger is plumped. So most burgers are going to shrink when you cook them.
Yeah.
Not this burger. This burger is big, it's thick, it's the largest burger we have ever done.
How many ounces is that, Ray?
It is 5.33 ounces, which means it's a third of a pound.
Yeah, that's a third of a pound. You can eat that burger like a steak because it is a steak.
It's
a
so
ribeye.
true. That's
I'm
so
telling you
true.
right now, I love these burgers.
This is what makes this burger so great. Look at how thick it is, look how juicy it is, and you're noticing that it didn't shrink, and it's because it's Black Angus, small family farmers I've dealt with for over 45 years now. That's what's really important, knowing where your meat comes from. But that's just the start, Rick. Just the burgers is the start.
By the way, just the burgers is the start. That's $4.41. When I go to a steakhouse now, right, the burger's $20. I don't know what happened to the burgers.
That's right.
But they're big burgers like that, and chances are Rastelli supplied those burgers. It's $4.41. What do you want to do next,
Let's
buddy?
go to the dogs, right? So we think about hot dogs. These are frankfurters, and there's a reason we call them frankfurters. Number one, they're jumbo in size. You can see they're 3.2 ounces. Look at the size. These are twice the size of a normal frank or normal hot dog you would buy in a supermarket. But these are made with Black Angus beef, right? Again, that same Black Angus beef we make our great steaks out of and our burgers, this is a frankfurter. Now, it's a frankfurter because frankfurters or hot dogs were developed in Frankfurt, Germany. This recipe is from the 1800s, so it's authentic. It's got a wonderful flavor, but I want you to see the inside of this because that's what's really important. When you take a look at this, you're going to see not just that it's beautiful red because it's beef, but you're going to see how juicy this is. I want you to see, look at Did you ever see a hot dog that's that juicy? Now, there's no mystery meat in here.
Great.
This is all black Angus beef. And of course, when you start with the very, very best, and then you get the best recipe you can, you get a great Frankfurter. So I'm going to cut you off a little.
As you do,
slice
you're
there.
getting 10 of those dogs.
Yes.
10 of the big beef dogs. 10 of those 5.33 ounce burgers, those black Angus burgers. You're getting, I'm telling you, I'm going to do a lot of eating over the next 20 minutes. I love these dogs.
Isn't that
Love the
incredible?
burgers. Love the dogs. This collection is great. In fact, come on over here. Again, you're getting 10 of those 5.33 ounce burgers. Those are the ribeye chuck burgers. And then here comes 10 of those dogs. We haven't even gotten to the chicken breasts, 8 of them. And then those ribeyes, those incredible pork ribeyes, 34 pieces in total, 34 servings. And by the way, come back up here, Ray. They all store right in your freezer.
They do.
So they're all right here in your freezer.
They're all right in your
10
think
pounds
about
of
it.
food.
That's right. The ribeyes come in a bag. You're getting all those ribeyes in one bag. The chicken breasts in another bag. Of course, the pork steaks in another bag, and of course, 2 packages of hot dogs. So they're going to fit in your freezer right on one shelf. It's going to be nice, simple, and easy.
Yeah, $30. Come on in if you're a fan. Okay, we went through the burgers, 10 of them. We went through the dogs, 10 of them. Now, this is a really great one, because if you think all chicken is created equal, man, oh man, come back to Rastelli. If you've never tried these super trimmed chicken breasts, what do we mean by super trim?
So super trim, you're going to see there is no fat, there's no gristle, there's no bone, there's nothing but beautiful chicken. But what I want you to see is the moisture that's in a chicken breast.
Yes.
Right? Most chicken breasts are what we call woody, or they're very, very tough. They dry out very quickly. You won't get this, and here's the reason why. These are air chilled, not water chilled. They're all natural, no antibiotics, steroids, or hormones. They are free ranging. It's what I consider friendly, happy chickens. But this is what I love best about this chicken breast. I can go right through the center of the chicken breast with a fork. And now you can't do that with a normal chicken breast.
No, you can't. For
because they're
$4.41,
so tough.
guys, every one of these pieces is do the math on it. I know it says $149. Come back to 5 so you to 30, and then $4.41. It's worth every single penny. I can cut that baby with a fork.
Look at that, right with a fork.
And I can take a bite, and it's tender, and it's juicy, and it's so delicious.
It really is. You know, if you've never had an antibiotic-free, free-roaming chicken breast, and again, look at that. There is no fat. There is no sinew. We've taken all the bones off it. So when you get it at home, you just open the package and you cook that whichever way you'd like. Again, super trim, meaning all the butchers have done all the work on that product.
Price goes away at the end of the day on this. See you later. Bye-bye. Only one of the year we're doing. So 10 of the dogs, 10 of those burgers, 8 of these chicken breasts, 34 in total, and 10 pounds of food. Now, this is a personal favorite of yours.
It is.
I grew up, my dad, Lester, gone now, a dry shoe leather pork chop. That's what we think of.
That's what most people think of, right? You think about your pork chops. I remember my grandmother's pork chop.
Yeah.
You know, they'd come out of the oven and you kind of regret them because they're going to be like cardboard, right?
Right.
They just were going to be. Well, what we did is we went to the Pennsylvania Dutch Amish country. We got the finest pork in the world from farmers who really care about what their pork looks like, feels like, tastes like. And from that, we've taken just the prime rib of that pork. So this is a prime rib of pork.
It's a pork ribeye. If you've never tried it, this is your opportunity. You want to stock up and save today. You're getting kind of the greatest hits of some of the summer of 2025 right here.
So look at this juiciness that's in this pork ribeye. Now, typically a pork chop is dry.
Look at that ribeye.
I mean, this is a ribeye. Now, we have taken, again, as super trim, we've taken all the fat off it. You're going to eat from one end to the other, and you can treat it just like I did here, Rick, as a steak. And I'm going to let you go ahead and cut through that with a fork. Because
I will cut through that with a fork.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Look at how easy that is, right? With a fork, right?
So juicy. You got to try these pork ribeyes.
Aren't they
that
incredible?
That is absolutely amazing.
Now, and I get
that's for $4 and change. It's crazy.
I get calls from people all the time. They said, "I've never tasted pork like that." Well, you've never tasted a pork ribeye from the Pennsylvania Dutch Amish country. Now, I also get calls, Rick, and people say, "Well, can I treat it like a pork chop? Can I bread it? Can I shake it? Can I bake it? Can I do that?" Yes, you can. So here's what I did here. This is one of our pork ribeyes. Of course, we've dredged this in flour, and all we're going to do now is I fry this, or you can saute it, and look at how simple this is to be able to go go right
3,
through that.
2, 1.
Look at this. I want you to see
Masterpiece.
what that looks
And
like.
by the way, concerning this,
look at that.
you're getting the seasoning with it, and you're getting recipe ideas with this as well.
That's right. Every one of these items on QVC.com have recipes. So you're going to see this is not just for your barbecue. This is all year round. You're going to be able to use this in the spring, winter, fall, because if you ask the question, what's for dinner? This is what's for dinner. All of this is what you're getting, and we've got all kinds of ideas for you.
And we've got Deborah from Ohio who's joining us right now with our today's special value. Deborah, good morning to you. Happy 4th of July weekend. Deborah, are you there? Oh, Deborah, try to get you back in a second. And 134-495. She said she loves Rastelli's go-to brand, loves the packaging, loves the recipes included. So you're getting 8 of these. This is a $20 entree at a restaurant as well.
It really is.
Now $4 and change.
And what I think most people realize when they get this at home is it's simple, it's easy. Make it like a steak, make it as a pork chop, make it as what I did here, Rick. So here, I just did a schnitzel.
Yeah,
so I just pounded it out, got a little bit of breadcrumb and panko on top of there. And I've got the most incredible schnitzel. But the nice part about it is you will not need a knife. I will guarantee you do not need a knife with any of these pork or chicken items because, look, right through.
No knife included.
No
you get
knife,
recipe guide.
Right through that.
Seasoning.
Yes.
But no knife.
No knife.
The pork.
Isn't that incredible?
The pork ribeye.
Yes.
It's so
Yep.
good. Oh
And-
my gosh. So come on back. This is it. Good morning. Welcome to 4th of July weekend. Welcome to 5 CPM to $30. Welcome to something that goes away at the end of the day. Stock up, doesn't take up your whole freezer.
It's got to come out.
But what you are getting, I'll start with those ribeyes. They're amazing. Premium pork ribeyes, 8 of them, well marbled like a great steak. Delicious and big. Here comes that chicken. These are antibiotic, super-free trimmed chicken breasts. Super trimmed chicken breasts, skinless, boneless. All there, you're getting 8 of those. And here come the classics. The dogs, not just any hot dogs. These are Black Angus jumbo beef dogs, premium Black Angus beef. Absolutely fantastic. And then for a lot of people to starve, the burgers, 10 of these. These are going to be maybe the best burgers you've ever had. These are ribeye chuck burgers, 10 of them, 5.33 ounces. They're best in class. All of it, 10 pounds of food, 34 individual servings, $4.41. I did the math earlier with that $4.41. You can't go through a drive-through for $4.41.
No, you can't.
Go to a restaurant for $4.41. And even if you do go to drive-through for $4.41, am I actually getting beef in that burger? I'm not sure. What do you got, Ray?
You really are not sure. So going back to our burger, one of the things that I love to do, especially around the holidays, whether it's the 4th or whether it's Labor Day, just grilling outside, I like to take one of these burgers because they're really, really big. Put a couple of pickles on here. Of course, here's our poppy seasoning right on top. Now, these are those Hawaiian rolls, as you can see here. So
Yeah.
I've got a 4. All I'm going to do is drop that right on top because these are massive burgers, right? And all I'm going to do is take, because my grandkids, when they can't eat this entire burger. It's 5.33 ounces. So all I do is take that.
You're doing sliders.
I do sliders, and look at how easy and look at how beautiful each of these sliders actually are.
Yeah.
And every one is absolutely
How fun is that?
perfect. We've got a little pickle. We've got our poppy sauce on there, and that's one burger. What I did there, because remember, they're 5.33 ounces. They're a third of a pound, and that's, you know, that burger you'd get through a drive-through. This is 3 times the size of that.
Three times the size of that.
All
All for $30 on a credit card. So when we put this offer together, we wanted to say, look, you're stocking up in your freezer right now, and you're saying, you know what? Look, we just had the 4th of July, but there's a lot of other days. There's a Tuesday, a Wednesday. Why do you have to wait for that one day a year or a couple days a year to have the best-in-class burgers and dogs and chicken breasts and pork ribeyes? Now you can have it anytime you want. I'm going to come back to in a second how you make them all, but let me go through the auto delivery because you can lock into that auto delivery and do it every 90 days. So the next one's going to be in the fall, right? Summer, spring, winter, spring, summer, fall, and keep you going as you move on and getting your today's special value. So coming back, Ray, to what I'm going to physically receive.
Yes. So remember, you've got 10 pounds of meat here. So this is really going to fill your freezer. You're going to have lots of food for all summer long. Because Rick, what happens this time of year? People just pop over, right? You've got to have something in your freezer. So when they get to you, you're going to have these bags come and sell. This is the hot dogs. You're getting 10 of the hot dogs. You're getting 10 of the burgers. Now the burgers come in a bag like this. It's resealable. And of course, every burger is individually vacuum packed. Why do we do that? Because we want this